right, there we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to Story Time with Mr. Nathan. Give me 1 second as I get us ready here. Let's see. All right. There we go. Hey, everybody. Mr. Nathan was having technical difficulties with the stream today. I'm so excited to see you here. If you don't know who I am, my name again is Mr. Nathan, and we are here to do a story time together. We are going to read a book about our hands. So can you do me a favor real quick? Can you show me your hands? Where are your hands? Okay, I see it. All right, look, there's Mr. Nathan's hand. All right, yeah. We can do so many amazing things with our hands, and we can do some not so amazing things with our hands. Like sometimes when we get mad and we do things like what we're going to read about today. We do hitting. And so if you haven't joined us here for story time before, let me tell you a little bit about what is going to happen so you can be ready and you can join us for all the fun. So we're going to read a book. Then Mr. Nathan has a little short activity that you can do with your adult. And then we are going to watch and sing along with a song. So let Mr. Nathan get us ready. I've got our book ready to go. I just need to share it with us. So let me do that so we can be ready to go. And we might have to wait a minute for it to load. So while it is loading, make sure that you get ready and you get in your comfortable spot, wherever that is, where you feel comfortable to read along with Mr. Nathan. I want you to get ready for that spot. Where is your favorite spot? Do you have something like a beanbag chair? Do you sit on the floor? Are you doing circle time? What are you doing when we are here together and we are doing story time? I would love to know where you take part in story time. Do you do it with a family member? Do you do it? Maybe you're at your daycare. I don't know, but I'm so excited that you were able to join us. And here we go. Let me get rid of this. There we go. And let me move myself. There we go. All right. So we are going to read about our hands. And it says, Hands Are Not for Hitting by Martine Agassi. All right. Hands come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. All right. Yep. You see that? All right. Put your hand up next to mine. Do our hands look the same? Oh, the computer's having a hard time seeing Mr. Nathan's hand. There we go. Does ours look the same or are they different? What are some differences that we notice? Maybe it's like what they say on this page, right? Maybe your hand is a different color than mine. Guess what? It definitely is a different size for sure. Mr. Nathan's hand, he's got long fingers. What about your fingers? Do you have long fingers, short fingers? What do you notice about your hand? All right. Thanks so much for sharing that with me. Let's keep reading and let's see what we're going to learn about our hands, okay? Hands can do lots of things. Can you wave yours? All right, look at all of them waving. All right, let's make sure and we wave back. All right, there we go. I'm waving. Are you waving? All right, great job. Hands are not for hitting. What are they for? So if hands are not for hitting, what are they for? They're for saying hello. And I think on the next one, we're going to see how people say hello. We already did one of those, saying hello, right? When we wave, that's one way that people say hello. Let's see if there's another way that we're not thinking about. Oh man, what are they doing with their hands? You're right, they're shaking their hands. Okay, let's pretend we're shaking our hands. Hey, my name's Mr. Nathan. Nice to meet you. That's what you would say. You would say, hey, my name is so-and-so. Nice to meet you. So hands are for saying hello. Hands are for drawing. Oh, do you like to draw? They're on the sidewalk. They're drawing with chalk. Do you ever do that with your friends or with your adults? Go outside, especially now. I know summer's coming to an end, but I bet when the weather's nice, that's the best time to do it. And what did she draw? It looks like she wrote her name, and maybe what colors is she using? Yeah, you're right. Blue and red. Awesome. Oh, and she's got her friend Paul there, and he's drawing. What is he drawing? Oh, yeah, you're right. A smiley face. And what are the colors he's using? Yep, yellow and green. You're right. I mean, you guys are right on the ball. I'm so happy that you're here to always help me when we're doing story time, because Mr. Nathan, he needs some help sometimes. So I'm glad I got some smart people to help me out. Oh man, hands are for playing. So I don't know what she's playing with. What do you think that is? I'm not sure. But we know one thing, right? She's got some dirty hands, right? She's got mud all on her hands from playing. And then we got a guy, let me move myself so we can see our friend over here. And he's doing the itsy bitsy spider. Mr. Nathan has a hard time with that one. But the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout, right? So you can do so many things with your hands. All right, let's keep seeing what else we can do. Oh, did I get it? I clicked off of it? Hold on. There we go. Building. All right, you're just going to see Mr. Nathan move himself all the way around for this. So hands are for building. What are they building? Oh, you're right. It's a sandcastle. You know what? We're lucky that we live so close to the beach. Have you ever been able to go build a sandcastle? You have? Okay. Did you have fun? They look like they're having fun. What are other things that we could build using our hands? Mr. Nathan remembers doing that when he was little, building a fort. All right, getting the pillows and building a fort. We can build so many things with our hands. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I forget. Every time I move, it makes me have to click it again. You guys will have to remind me. All right. Hands are not for hitting. What are hands for? Eating and drinking. All right, let's talk about what they're eating and drinking. I bet some of you have eaten and drink some of the stuff that they've got here today. So what does that look like? What does that white container look like? Yes, yes, it's milk. So do you like to drink milk? Yeah, I love to drink milk too. And what are these crackers that they have on the table? Animal crackers. Yep. Have you ever had those before? Mr. Nathan liked those too. And let's move Mr. Nathan over here and let's see what our dog friend is doing. See, even our dog friend is using his paws to eat as well. He's using his paws to hold on to his bone. So hands are not for hitting, they're for eating and drinking. Hands are for dressing and undressing. Yep, we're so lucky to have the ability to use our hands. And did you know that some people, they need help when they're using their hands, because not everybody has the ability to use their hands. So sometimes they need to be able to ask for help to be able to do some of the things that we're talking about today. And that's okay. It sometimes we just need to ask for some help, and we can't all do the same things. But hands can be used for dressing and undressing. All right, so he's putting on his pants, he's putting on his shirt, then he's taking them off. All right, let's see what else we can do with our hands. Hands are for keeping safe. What are they doing in this picture here? Oh yeah, you're right. They're getting ready to cross the street. And what is the little girl doing with her adult in this picture? Mm-hmm. They're holding hands. And what do you think that they did like right before they crossed the street? Maybe they did like this. Imagine Mr. Nathan's walking up and he is getting ready to cross the street and he had to go like this. Let's do it again. You gotta look both ways before you cross the street, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you make sure that you're keeping safe. What about this big sign here? What color is that sign? Red. Okay. And do you know what it says on the sign? Yes. Yes. Great job. It says stop. So guess what? We can even do that with our hands, right? We can do a stop sign with our hands. Okay, get ready. I know some of you will be able to help me with this. I want you to pretend to do the stop sign with your hands. Stop. All right, let's do it again. Stop. That's how you can tell somebody, okay, I think it's time to stop. All right, let's keep going. Hands are for taking care. Oh, what are they doing? Okay, yep. They're washing their hands, you got it. And she's using her hands to brush her teeth, right? She's holding on to the toothbrush. She's brushing away. So hands are so important, but what are they not for? Yes, yes, you got it. They're not for hitting. All right, let's see. I think we're almost done with the book today. It's a short one. Hands are not for hitting. What are hands for? Hands are for helping. Oh yeah, look. The older, maybe that's their brother, maybe it's their cousin, I don't know. But the older kid is helping the younger kid, right? Hey, let's talk about what we see in this picture. What's that animal you think that's behind the little boy who's putting his jacket on? You know what? I think you're right. It looks like a giraffe to Mr. Nathan. Yep. And then let's go over to the next page. And what's that animal beside the adult and the little girl? A cat. Yes. All right. They said hands are not for hitting. What are hands for? They're for helping. And then over here, they're for hugging. All right. Yep. You know, sometimes when you ask for a hug, those can be the most important things that somebody can give you, but you always have to ask for it. You say, hey, you know what? I could really use a hug right now. All right. And if we could see it on here, I would say, show me what it looks like to give a big old hug. So I know you guys can't see me, but I want you to pretend what it looks like to give a hug when you're using your hands. So reenact that for me. All right, I know that you did. I bet it was amazing. All right. And then we're back to hands are for waving. All right, and they say goodbye. All right, so we learned so much about our hands. And you know what? We're going to do an activity. So I want you to get help from your adult here, okay? And they can help you do this. And so I want you to have a blank piece of paper. And then you probably can't see it because it's white. So yeah, it's a blank piece of paper. And let's hope that this one shows up for us. And what you're going to do, oh, there we go. You're going to trace your hand on the piece of paper. All right. So just know you're going to take your hand and you're going to trace it on your piece of paper. And what I want you to do after you trace it is I want you with your adult or with your friend, I want you to talk about all the ways that you use your hand that maybe we didn't talk about in today's story. So you know what? I have one thing that they didn't talk about in the story, and it's one of Mr. Nathan's favorite things to do with his hand. And so I want you to take your outline of your hand when you draw it with your adult, and I want you to talk about what's your favorite way to use your hand. And let's look at our friends here because they can give us some examples. So we see many of them waving. We see one person doing like that. So that's like, peace out, see you later. And you know, Mr. Nathan, one of his favorite ways to use his hand is to give a high five. So let's see, let's me and you pretend. I know you know how to give a high five. And we'll do it like this. I'll pretend you're with me, okay? And so Mr. Nathan will go, hey, great job. High five. Absolutely. Mr. Nathan loves that. But I want you to put all the ways that you use your hand in the outline that you drew, okay? That's what I want you to do for today's activity. And so let me close down our screen here. And we've got one more thing that we're going to do, and we're going to learn more ways that we can use our hand. And, you know, the great thing about the song that we're about to listen to, they talk about different things we can do when, you know, we get mad and we're frustrated and we want to use our hands to hit, but we know that we shouldn't. And so they're going to give us different things that we can do. Okay. So get ready, however you want to move. And if you've been here any other story time, you can sing along, you can move, whatever you need to do during the song, you can do it. Okay. All right. So Mr. Nathan is going to share. And we're going to do here. We do share sound. And here. Share. All right. It's coming up. Let me make it full screen for us. And we're going to hit play. All right. Are you ready? All right. Here we go. Hands are for helping.
We all get angry sometimes, and that is okay. But just remember, use your hands the right way. Hands are for helping, there's a lot you can do. You can paint a picture or tie your shoes. You can give a hug or help pick up your toys. Your hands can do a lot, it's up to you.
Oh, I see. But what do I do when I get mad?
Great question. We all get angry sometimes, so what can we do? We can stomp our feet, shake it out, or talk it out too.
Hands are for helping, there's a lot you can do. You can paint a picture or tie your shoes. You can give a hug or help pick up your toys. Your hands can do a lot, it's up to you. I think I got it. Let me try.
Sounds good. Go ahead, give it a shot.
We all get angry sometimes, and that is okay. But I won't hit my friends, that's not the right way.
You got it!
Hands are for helping, there's a lot you can do. You can paint a picture or tie your shoes. You can give a hug or help pick up your toys. Your hands can do a lot, it's up to you. Hands are for helping, there's a lot you can do. You can help each other and be friendly too.
All right. What a great story time we had today. And I want to let anybody who's an adult know, if you are struggling with hitting as something that's happening in your center or at your home, we have developed some social storytelling to support your children in learning to use their hands to not hit when dealing with those difficult emotions and regulating skills. So if you ever want to get those, please reach out to me. And its email is ntodd@berkeleyfirststeps.com. You can reach out directly and work with me, Mr. Nathan. And with that, everybody, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you for our next story time next month. Remember, today is a great day to smile.